Hi guys, hey, as you probably seen from the title, I'm going to tell you about my little story time, but it's not even a good story time. It is about a taxi man. And obviously as I got older, I realized what that taxi driver was about. Anyway, so when I was younger, obviously I didn't really have my dad around. My mom, yeah, she was something else. So obviously 9 out of 10, you could sell me any dream. Just for me to get out the house, you could sell me any dream. Like how I met the taxi driver, the taxi man. How I met the taxi man was I was walking home one day. I was walking home basically, and I was going over the bridge, and obviously he pulled over. He was like, a young girl like you, a young girl like you shouldn't be walking at this time by yourself. And I was like, okay. So he was like, just jump in, I'll drop you home. Me, like, yeah, of course, because if you know how far from Highgate to Smallleaf, like the Smallleaf Bridge going into Stratford Road, if you know that distance, that bridge, that walk is serious. So it's not even that bad. It's just, yeah, I will take the lift. So anyway, so I took the lift, sitting in the back, and he's like, what are you into? And asking me all these questions of what I'm into. Do I like older men? He never even asked me my age. Thinking of it, he never even asked me my age. It was more, what are you into? Do you like older men? And I was like, well, I'm into, because at the time I used to smoke weed. I was like, well, I smoke weed. What else did I say? I was like, basically, I smoke weed, I drink, like that. And obviously going on like all, yeah. Anyway, so he was like, I've got weed for you. I got weed for you. And I was like, yeah, right, yeah, you got weed. He was like, yeah, this is him. He said, come to my shop. I was like, but I need to get home. He was like, oh, nah, that's fine. Give me your number. No, basically exchange numbers, and we can link up. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So obviously there's me feeling like, yeah, I got my weed. Yes, got my weed on check. I don't even have to pay. Yeah. So fast forward maybe a couple of days. He phoned, actually, because I didn't have a phone. He phoned me on my house phone. And obviously he was like, oh, I'm outside. Do you want to come outside? So basically this was an ongoing thing. Like maybe every other day he would call. I'd come outside. I'd sit outside in the car. We would smoke weed. He would talk to me, saying all this, whatever. He was like, you can have more of this if you want. We can go places. Come to my shop. He always kept saying, trying to tell me to come to his shop. Now and again he would try and touch me on my leg. I'd be like, I don't even think I said anything. I just more was just like, But I was just happy to have my weed. So yeah, that happened like maybe for a good week. That happened. And then obviously we started because I was telling the people that were my friends at the time, like, oh, I've got this guy, he can get me weed. He would drop me anywhere for free. So I would like literally tell my friends that, and they would be like, oh, okay, drop me some weed, blah blah blah. And like he would drop me to my friend's house, like wait outside for me, give me weed, like what I said, give me drink as well. Yeah, I was 15. Yeah, so yeah, he got me drink, he got me food as well. And my life, I'm not being funny, but me having food, that was a big deal for me, because yeah, that's a whole different story time on why food was a big deal. So he used to get me food. I think it came from his shop, because he always be like, oh, whatever you want, just ask me. So I'd ask him, oh, can I have, like, you know, doner meat and chips? And he would always come and give me like food. Sometimes it would be just like brownies, or sometimes it would be pizza, or just even scraps of chips. But I was grateful for it and I was happy. It says, yeah, he would drop me to my friend's house way outside, or, you know, sometimes my friends would even come in the car. But I remember them saying that, oh, he's creepy, he's creepy. Yeah, just be careful, Shan, just be careful. And me, like Miss Gullible, I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, because I'm the shit and nothing's gonna happen to me. So yeah, fast forward, that's how it was. Obviously, he would call me, blah blah blah. And once again, the only thing that I just didn't like is stop touching me on my leg. It was annoying. So anyway, one day, I don't know what his problem was, but I went into the car, and he was like, oh, we're going somewhere today. That was like, it wasn't nothing to me. I was just like, oh, okay, where we're going? He was like, oh, you will see. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I was like, have you got any food for me? He was like, this is him. Like, who do you think I fucking am? Who do you think I am? Right, to give you fucking food all the time and you don't give me nothing? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, literally, I remember apologizing. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, have you got any weed or anything while I'm going on the journey, type thing? And he was like, just wait and see, just wait and see. He was there shouting in my face, telling me, just wait and see. I was like, oh, okay. So me, like the fool, right, sitting there in the passenger seat. He started driving off. Now we got to, like, if you know Birmingham, yeah, if you know about Highgate, we got to like McDonald's. We got to McDonald's, yeah, by Highgate, yeah. We got there now. He started slowing down. Some next man jumped in the back of the car, and then obviously he was speaking his language, because obviously he was an Asian guy. He was there speaking his language, and I was just sitting there like, and then his friend passed me like Rizla, but it was wrapped up. There was something in there, and I was like, it was like, take, you take. I was like, what's this? And there was like Coke, you take. I was like, no, actually, I'm okay, thank you. I was like, I smoke weed, I don't sniff, I don't take Coke. And there was like, no, but you take. I says, no, I don't want to take. And the guy, I was like, tell them I don't do Coke. And then the guy in the driver's seat was just all quiet. I says, tell them. And then he was like, no, you need to take Coke. I was like, but I don't need to take Coke. Anyway, so I could just see that he was frustrated, right? So we ended up driving. We got into like Ladywood. I don't know why I'm telling you where this was, like anybody's actually gonna follow where I'm going. But we got into Ladywood now, right? That was like maybe like a 5-6 minute drive or whatever. And I just, you know, the car was just silent. Right, it wasn't even say silent. It's silent for me, but they were just talking in their language. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, why should I be taking Coke and nobody else is taking Coke? Not to say I would have took Coke if anybody else was, but bloody hell, mate. Like, come on. Right. So, anyway, we got to... I don't know where we got to, because next minute I know, it was like... we got to a point where it was like an underpath, but oh, it was weird. It was like this underpath thing. Oh, sorry, forgot to say, the guys The guys jumped out when we was in Ladywood. Sorry, the guys jumped out when we was in Ladywood, so it was just me and him in the car. And then he kept driving. He was driving back to Highgate, but he was driving back to Highgate. But it's like we went to like this underpath, but clearly it doesn't. It's like it's out of order. I never noticed it before all my time living there. But yeah, so he drove underneath now and stopped, and he was like, just give me something. I was like, what do you mean, just give you something? And then he was there trying to touch my leg again. I was like, huh? He was like, this is it. I give you food. I give you this. I give you that. Telling me everything that he gives me. And he was like, and you just take. And you don't give. He was like, I was like, I'm on my period. I was like, I'm on my period. Can I go home? And this is him. No, you give me like that. You give me. And then he started. I shouldn't even laugh because it wasn't funny at the time. He started like rolling my seat back. Yeah. So I'm there like, I'm sitting there like this, like, I'm like, nah, what is actually happening right now? So I'm there now laying in the back under this tunnel looking thing like this. And I was really thinking to myself, I was like, I'm either going to have to try get out and run or give it to him, because it seems like he's going to take it. He's going to take something. Is that why you wanted me to take coke, so I could just feel more relaxed? I don't know what was going on. Anyway, so I'm laying there like this. He's there trying to touch my chest, and I was just like, can you just not, please? I just want to go home. So I tried to get out the car. Who tell me to try get out the car? When I mean, the man flew over and put himself on me. So I was stuck. I never knew someone could move from the driver's seat to the passenger seat the way that he did. Yeah, so he's now on me, and I'm like, I was so shocked, like, what the hell is happening? And then I was like, this is me, get off me, like that, like, get off me now. Right, I was there screaming. I started like literally flinging my hand. I licked off my own hand. I was damaging myself more than probably getting him, because I was just like, get off me, like, because obviously I'm laying back, he's on top of me, right? I was just like, get off me, I'm there freaking out. He's there trying to touch my lady parts, like, oh my god. I was like, no, this is not happening. Like, what the hell is happening? Anyway, so I was like, okay, all right, okay. I was like, okay, let me just get up then. Fine, I'll just do it. I says, have you got the coke? He was like, yes. He's like, yes, no problem. He got up off me, and then he was looking around. Clearly for the coke. He was looking around. I just seen my opportunity to get the fuck out, right? And when I mean I bolted it. Don't ask me where I was bolting, because I didn't even know this underpath thing even existed. So I remember just running, and I remember coming out and seeing McDonald's on my left. But I remember ahead of me, if I would have ended up in town if I went straight. And then it was all over the place. So I was there running, but obviously because I'm running that direction, obviously he would have to drive straight and then come around. You can't come back on, there's no U-turn. So anyway, I'm there running, he's there, I seen him like reverse, and he's like, what's your fucking problem? Like, what? And it's in his whatever language, right? So I got to like these flats where the McDonald's is. I got to these flats, I started pressing a number. Right, pressing her number, and I just literally, when somebody answered, I said, can you just let me in? Can you let me in? Can you let me in? Can you let me in? Please, 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 please. Let me in now. So I just stayed in there. Stayed in there. I don't know how long I was in there for, because I didn't even have a phone. So I don't know how long I was in there, but I know I was in that block of flats for a hot moment. I kept just looking out. My heart was beating, because I was thinking to myself, if this man catches me trying to walk back home, I am screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. And I was thinking, who the fuck's going to believe me? That's what I was thinking to myself. I was thinking, who's going to believe me and who's going to protect me? Because I know sure damn well my mother ain't. But yeah. And I just stayed in there. I don't know. As I said, I don't know how long it was. But I slowly came out of the flat. And then I was taking, when I mean some back roads home. Like I went up. I remember I walked. And then I came up by the end of like Gooch Street. I don't know why I keep saying these names where I was. But I remember going up by Gooch Street. And kind of just staying where the moss was, kind of, which was stupid, because like maybe he could have been there too. So I was staying like where the moss was and trying to just not be on the main street, basically. I got home. I did get home eventually, but I was, when I mean my heart was just do-doom, 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 do-doom. And when I got in, obviously, my mum's there in the front room doing what she's doing. My sister knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know, she was doing her thing. So I just left her doing her thing. And I just went upstairs and I just literally just sat on my bed. And I was just like, what the hell has just happened to me? And then I started thinking to myself, no word of a lie, I started thinking like, now I'm not even going to have any food. Like I literally started thinking, should, like, I mean at that age I was like, should I have just done it? At least then I would have had my food, would have been able to get out of the house. Yeah. And obviously the little money that he would give me, it wasn't much money that he would give me, it was just like little change that he would give me, and that was nice. Yeah. And then so I just stayed in my house. Never did see it. I never did come across him again. I never did see him. Don't know whatever did happen to him. But now when I get older, I'm like, bloody hell. The man over here trying to groom us. Yeah, the man was trying to groom me. Little did I know. But yeah. So, but yeah, there's nothing else to it. It was just that, and this was December time, coming up to Christmas. And I think the reason why I was thinking about food is because I knew like how shitty my Christmas is gonna be. Yeah, I knew how shitty my Christmas was gonna be, so I think I was just, you know. But anyway, nonetheless, why? Because obviously I met him like late November, and then obviously all of this was happening throughout December. I'm working my way up. But yeah, that's my story. How depressing. But yeah, next video will be a little bit more lighter, guys, don't worry. But if you stay to listen to all of this, thank you. And I'll see you on the next video vlog. I will see you then, and it will be a lot lighter. But yeah, bye.